Foundation. And also, in a few minutes, actually, we're going to be having and interviewing a bunch from the Green Sleeves Foundation. In fact, from the Green Sleeves Trust, ibizawuba ke lowo ke nguTayan Lay, as well as Valerie Bricknell and bazobengena. And ndisiva kubo into yobana ke what is the foundation about, as well, in fact, the Children's Trust about, as well as how have they benefited, and in fact badibana njani with the Ed Hope, as well as also ithini into yabo sizawuva more on that. And make it a point that wena ke you don't go anywhere. Sihleli ke thina ke apha. It's a beautiful day. In East London, but ke it's a bit cloudy, like I said. Into ke kuyabanda kancane. Mna ndingumuntu oyoyika kakhulu ingqele, but ke yeah, she's actually here. Welcome, madam. I'd like us to welcome our very own founder, in fact, of the Green Sleeves Children's Trust, Diane. Yay, hello,
Hello,
ma'am.
Miss, I put these funny things
Yes,
on.
you can if you want
Wow,
to be
I
yourself.
I can look the part.
Nice. How are you,
I'm
madam?
fine. Thank you for having me in your fancy
Thank you
little
very much.
studio.
Of course,
Woo.
very fancy and very
posh.
much. I'm really glad that you gave us the time to honor actually us and come here to we can have a conversation and just talk about what today is all about. But before we get into that, I'd like you to tell us about who are you, and tell us about also the Green Sleeves Trust.
Okay, so I'm Princess Star. Check. Princess Star.
Gianna.
I'm Princess Star, and and this is like my limousine, just for
Lovely.
now. So I'm the founder of the Green Sleeves Children's Trust, which is out about 12 k's from Beacon Bay. And what started off, I just took in a couple of little people thinking I've done my bit, has grown into where we are educating and feeding 80 children. We've got a school on the property. We've got 15 foster houses. We've had almost 700 children through our home. And it's an absolute blessing. I have got teachers that have come through. So it's going to ripple because they're going to educate and they're going to go through life. And one of my biggest drives is to stop the poverty circle. So don't go and have a baby if you can't afford it.
Definitely. I think that's a lesson that we can all actually
Hey,
learn.
girls. Guys.
I love the fact that you mentioned both girls and guys, because we're both responsible. But I think I'm just in awe of just the beautiful work that you've done also in your trust. And also I really love the fact that you've taken a point. I mean, you've taken an initiative to actually make it a point that for those children that are in need, you cater to them. Because I think in as much as we carelessly have children which we can't take care of, but there are people like you that we're blessed to have. I just want to know at what point did you actually become part of the Ad Hope family?
We've been part of the Ad Hope family about 7 years now. So through my very good friend Rosalind, she introduced us to Grant, and they've been an incredible road with us. We had a drowning years ago on the farm, and Ad Hope just took over the farm and fed my kids and babysat them while we went through that really awful stage of preparing memorials and stuff like that. They babysat me. Very grateful for that time, especially. And just everything. I mean, last year golf day, somebody bought us KFC to have once a month for a year. And my kids think it's Christmas every time a KFC bucket comes out.
Of course, I think that goes for the rest of us. You know, when you get bought like, especially a bucket, you get to think that okay, now it's Christmas. Now it's Christmas. But I'm really once again in awe of the beautiful work that you've done. Also in collaboration with Ad Hope, as well as the Green Sleeves Trust.
Thank you.
And I want to know until this point, how has the at Hope actually carried you guys. I know you already told us that you have a great relationship with them, and I know that also the initiative they have is just to also empower children, because I mean you can't pretty much do anything on an empty tummy. So I know you've also went a long way with them, but I know until now, moving forward, what are really your hopes, and what are some of the things that you're hoping that you're going to be able to do for the community at large?
Okay, so we've gone ahead and doing sustainable gardening as well. So we're teaching the children how to garden. And it's been very interesting because I didn't know banana tree sucks up water, and then when it's drought or dry, it releases water when it needs it.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, that's so clever. And sisal plants. So we've got this amazing guy that's on the farm, and he's busy teaching the children plant marigolds and daisies, and they will attract all these little hohos, and then they won't eat the spinach and the carrots and everything else that is around it. So our children are getting to learn that. And on the 15 foster houses, they've also started little gardens. So how awesome is that? Because it's not just stopping there.
Of course.
And so besides the education and ad hoc coming in and feeding their tummies, a hungry child is not going to learn. And so on a Thursday when we bring them either the burgers or they like go mad.
I definitely love the fact that you mentioned that you guys are teaching the children how to actually garden, and I think that that's a very sustainable way of teaching children how to actually survive. Because also it's there's a famous saying that you can't really always teach, in fact, feed them, but you need to teach them how to fish. I really love the fact that in the long run they're going to be able to sustain themselves, even if obviously they grow up to become their own people. They'll know that of course I can survive on gardening, I can survive on agriculture at large,
That's it.
But I really am grateful for people like you that actually cater to us as a community, and not just us but the children that need us the most, and I'm really grateful, and thank you so much for honoring us and being here.
Thank you for having us. It's the vibe here is incredible,
and everybody else is looking more gorgeous.
I know, they're hard luck that they're not here.
Very much.
Next year,
I think everyone needs to know that. Hard luck if you're not here. And that was definitely Odiyanle, the founder of the Green Sleeves Children's Trust. Yes,
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And in a few minutes, make it a point that you join us, as we're also going to be having Valerie, the PA, and also a fundraiser of the Green Sleeves, joining us in a little limousine to have actually also a conversation on the Green Sleeves, and also how are some of their fundraising going so far, because we know that also you guys do fundraisings, right?
It's supposed to be completely self-sustainable, no government funding at all.
Most definitely.
You can tell your listeners a very good way to remember Green Sleeves is where does a child scream?
Sleeves. All right, now we know that.
You will never forget us.
Never ever. And also, I think I want to know, just before I know we've sort of like ended it, but I want to know if we want to get in contact with you guys, how can we actually do that?
Super simple. Google Green Sleeves, and you'll get my private number, and you come and visit me. I mean, Yam, who works for KFC, often come there on a private capacity. Roz, Grant, a lot of them have come. Definitely come out, and it's not hard stuff. You can come cut our grass, you can come and do some washing, you can just help me supervise a bunch of busy little kids.
Definitely. You've definitely heard that, and we're not just doing anything, Namhlanje, but we are definitely adding hope to the children that are in need. And
this recorded because I want proof that you girls can.
We're definitely going to be doing that. So if you've been wondering where does your 2 rands go, now today is the day that you are actually going to find out that you're adding hope to the child that is in need. And definitely we are on the invasion, but reporting live from the East London Golf Course. It's a beautiful day out there, and everyone else is looking gorgeous and beautiful in their golf fits. Of course. And like I said, we're going to be having Valerie in a few. Or in fact, before I do that, we're definitely going to be giving you beautiful music as well. So we're not just having conversation, but beautiful music is going to be at play as well today. So it's a beautiful day, and let's just enjoy and have a blast for the rest of us.
Hey.
Are we off?
Yes.
Okay.
Yay!
Well done.
Now to get up my limousine. You see this?
You're such a
natural,
natural,
They're kicking
princess.
me out the limousine now.
You are such a natural. You know, you were born for TV and radio, and now.
Excuse me, can you gonna jump for me? I want to leave Greensleeves.
I
I
very
don't
well.
get in the
Don't worry.
limousine.
Akakho nix kwekahle gqithi umakhulu akafuni uyoyika. So asizuba naye. Yeah. So ngobe ndisithi akafuni tu akafuni ukwenza ne-shout out akafuni ukuthi so uzawutsho ke ngoku because usomu-announcile that unfortunately asizuba naye umbizi but at least nisifumene uba lenza ntoni na. Then coming up the next interview conducted by Vuyo Mdingi njalo 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 vane so akazuba sekho makhulu uyoyika akafuni ukashouta out akafuni kwa
unantsika yima kumusic nanke akadlala umusic nesicima apha adlala lamanye then it's for when we are on.
kaloku abethi uzakwenza lona so
umcinyula so siselive masimcima lokhu and broadcast.